everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Today's video is going to be a very highly requested video from you guys, and that is my top foundations for sensitive skin. We all know I have extremely sensitive skin. Like, I could put something on me and within 10-15 minutes I can get a pimple. Like, it's that bad. Or I can get little white bumps, or I can get like that stinging sensation. It's just no bueno. And a lot of you already comment saying that you can really depend on my recommendations because you have sensitive skin too, and everything seems to work for you as well. So I'm really happy about that. And I always get asked, what are my top foundations for sensitive skin? So that is what I'm bringing to you guys today. But before we get in this video, make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to be a part of the Miller Squad. Also, make sure to ring that little bell if you want to get notified for future videos and be a part of our notification squad. So if you are ringing that bell, make sure to comment down below, #notification_squad, so that way you can get a shout out in a future video. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter at Madison89Miller. I'm actually the most active on Instagram and Twitter, so definitely follow me there. I always post when I'm uploading a new video, and because a lot of you even say like you don't get the notifications from YouTube. So if you really want to get those notifications and keep up to date with everything, then definitely follow me there. But today's shout out goes to Mickey. Thank you so much for having your notifications turned on. Again, comment down below if you want a shout out. So now let's go ahead and get to this foundation video for sensitive skin. And this thing feels like a pointer, I swear. Okay, so we're gonna keep this very simple, straight to the point. For me, my skin is very sensitive and combination. I can get very oily in my T-zone and very dry on the outer portions. I notice I get more oily when my skin is dehydrated because it's overcompensating for those oils. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm hydrated so that way I'm not getting like super oily right there. But that is my skin type. I'm the one, like I said earlier, that if my skin does not like something, it will show it pretty quickly. So I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the foundations that really work well for my skin type. And the first one that I'm gonna talk about is actually like my favorite one that I wear every single day. I love this one. And if you have sensitive skin, you need to pick this one up. So this is the Kojendo Aqua Foundation. I really hope I'm saying that name right. I always pronounce it that way, and no one's ever really corrected me, so maybe that's exactly how you pronounce it. But again, these are the Aqua Foundations. I have 3 of them here. I have shade 013, which I wear when I'm really fair, like right now. Sometimes I add in a little bit of 123 to it just to kind of cancel out the pinkness that it has in this, because I don't want to be too pink. And then I actually just purchased this one, which is 143, which is their darkest shade. This is the down part to this foundation, is that they don't really have very many shades. I wish they did. I wish they had a little bit darker, because when I self-tan, I really want to be able to wear this. This is a long-wearing mineral foundation that is free of any mineral oils, fragrance, sulfates, phthalates, however you say that word. It's free of parabens. It's also free of any artificial color too. So the ingredients are really good in it. And also it's very lightweight on the skin. This foundation honestly is like a light to medium coverage. You can definitely build with it. That's what I do. Also, what I like to do is I like to go in first with the NARS Matte Creamy Concealer. I think that's what it's called. It's the one in a little pot. I go in with that one first, put that over any redness or blemishes that I have, and then I put this on top, and it's like perfect. I have perfect coverage. It looks great on my skin, and it's just beautiful. I can wear this foundation all day long and not break out from it. That's why it's like my go-to everyday foundation, and it just looks stunning on the skin. It's perfect for any skin type, honestly. I think if you're oily, you can wear it. If you're dry, you can wear it. If you're combination, you can wear it. And especially sensitive, you can wear it. So highly recommend this foundation. I really wish they had more shades, but it truly is amazing. I can't live without it. Nope. All right, so next up I have my Hourglass foundation here. This is the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation, mattifying, oil-free. This stuff is a lifesaver, let me tell you. Okay, so I have been using this foundation off and on since 2012, 2013. I was obsessed with this stuff. I actually discovered it from Casey Holmes. She did a review with it, and then she was obsessed with it too for a while because she has very oily skin. So I got really hooked on it, and it's expensive foundation, but it's amazing. The shades that I have are Shell and Natural. And what makes this foundation so great is that there's actually ingredients in it that help fight bacteria and acne and help clear your skin. Like this is like the one makeup that it's okay if you accidentally fall asleep in it. It actually helps your skin. So whenever I have a really bad breakout, especially back in, I wanna say 2014, 2015, I was getting really bad like breakouts, and I went back to this, and honestly within a week my skin was clearing up. So I know to always go to this if my skin is just freaking out. I'm like, I need just something good that's gonna help fight my acne and give me coverage throughout the day. It is kind of hard to find a good shade. I'm between Shell and Natural. I feel like Shell's too yellow and Natural's too pink. I wish there was like a middle shade. I wish there was like a very neutral shade. That's what I need in this collection. And another like heads up, if you are dry, stay away from this. Not gonna be your friend at all. It does like to cling to dry patches, so be very careful with that. So you really wanna make sure you're hydrated like really, really well for this to look good on the skin. Because it can cling to dry patches very easily, and it can look very dry on the skin if your skin is dehydrated. So make sure you moisturize and use a moisturizing primer, and then you should be good. But I will just warn you about that. Also, whenever you're putting like a bronzer or a blush on top, don't sweep. You need to press, because if you start sweeping, you can break this apart. So it is a little bit more of a difficult foundation to use because of that, but it's worth it. It's really worth it because I've seen it do wonders with my skin multiple times. So whenever I'm having a bad breakout, I jump to this one. Another great foundation that is really good for sensitive skin that I've noticed I haven't broken out with, I haven't had any sensitivities to, and I tend to have to be very careful with full coverage foundations because usually it's the full coverage ones that do it to me, like really bad. They'll clog my pores up so bad. But this one from Hourglass, again, Hourglass is amazing. They have amazing, amazing products. And this is their Vanish Stick Foundation. The shade that I have here is Linen, right there. Again, it's so hard to find a good shade in this line. I don't know what it is. I remember I even went to the event where they debuted this, or like this launched, and I know the girl even had a hard time matching me. Like, my skin does not match any of these perfectly, which really suck. I think if I'm tan, I can find my match, but when I'm fair, I'm very like, I'm really, really hard to match when I'm fair. But I absolutely love, love, love this foundation. I think it works well if you're oily. I think it works well if you're dry. Again, when you're dry, just make sure you're really moisturizing, have a hydrating primer, and even use a hydrating spray. That might really, really help with this too. Also, I've seen people use oils with it and it works out perfectly as well. The coverage is beautiful on it and makes your skin look so good. Like, no joke. Everyone's obsessed with this for a reason because it truly is amazing, and it's definitely safe for sensitive skin because it does not break me out. All right, so next up is another one that kind of reminds me a little bit of the Coach & Dough Aqua Foundation, but this one is a lot more sheer, I should say. This is the Makeup Forever Water Blend. I'm obsessed with this. I have used so much of this one, like a ton of this. I love their face and body too. God, I think it's actually down to here. My poor finger. But I've used this a ton. I love just how lightweight this is on the skin, and my skin loves it. I know a lot of people did not like this because it has like barely any coverage whatsoever. Well, that's what I like about it. I love foundations for every day that are natural and light coverage. I don't want to feel like I have a bunch of foundation on my skin every single day, because when I do that, my skin freaks. Like, it does not like it. This is amazing. I also really, really love this for when I go do yoga. I am not one to go to the gym with no makeup on. I'm sorry, I can't. I won't leave my house with no makeup on. That's just how I am. I've always been this way because I have very red and splotchy skin. And I've always been very self-conscious about my skin, so I never leave the house, and that's why I really like this. I will just put this all over my face with a flat top kabuki brush because it will give it a little bit more coverage. If you use a beauty blender, you will really, really shear it out. So you don't want to do that. You want to use a brush with it, and you just want to pat it into the skin, and it just really evens out your complexion. And if you have any breakouts, just take a concealer. I really love my Glow Minerals concealer. I have it next to me opened up because it's with me wherever I go. I love that concealer. It's amazing. Or even the NARS concealer is amazing, and I just cover up any blemishes or redness that I need a little bit extra coverage with. And yeah, then I'm on my way. And this stuff lasts through hot yoga. And I mean, I'm in like a hot, hot room, like over 100-degree room for hot yoga. And it stays on. I love it. All right, so for the next foundation that I absolutely adore is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. These are 3 of them that I have here. I actually have like 6. Like, I think I have more than 6 foundations of this. Like, I have so many different shades of this that I purchased myself, and then I went to the Too Faced headquarters and they gave me a couple more, which I was like so grateful for. But I have purchased so many of these. I have been through like, I think 3 of them already. I really love this stuff. This is a medium coverage foundation. They say that this foundation is medium to full coverage, but in all honesty, I feel like it's medium and a little bit buildable. I don't feel like it's full coverage because I see full coverage foundations being like, you do not see anything underneath it, like anything. You don't see any blemishes, redness, pigmentation, and this, you can see it. Like, you can definitely see it. Even on me, like any acne scars, you can still kind of see them peeking through unless I use a very like heavy duty concealer, then I'm good. That's why I say it's a medium coverage, but I just love the way that this makes my skin look. It makes my skin look really healthy, and my skin actually really likes it. That's why I think my skin also really likes their Hangover RX primer and their spray. I can't wait to try out the translucent powder for this, you guys. Like, I cannot wait. I think it's gonna be amazing. But this is great for sensitive skin. No breakouts for me. I can wear this every single day and be totally fine. It honestly feels like a comparison to Koja and Dough, but just more coverage. It feels amazing. It's good for oily, it's good for dry, it's good for all skin types. That's like a normal thing here, except for the Immaculate. That one, you gotta be oily for this. All right, so now to like the more full coverage foundations that I have. This one right here that I've been enjoying is the Makeup Forever Matte Matte Velvet Plus. I actually first tried this one out from Bailey when she did my makeup that day, and I really loved the way my skin looked. I love the coverage it gave, and I love the way it looked, and it did not budge like at all. So this stuff is amazing. I really enjoyed this, and it's a mattifying foundation. So I actually, like, for me, I have combination skin, and this one actually works pretty well. Like, I don't feel like it's really dry at all. Like, I feel like it gives you like a satin finish, and it doesn't make your face look like, you know, dry. So I actually really like these. I've been mixing these shades. The shades that I have here is number 20 and number 30, and I just mix them because number 30 has a little bit more of a beigey tone to it, and this one has a little bit more of a pinker tone to it. So I just like to kind of cancel the pink out in this a little bit more. So that's why I mix them too, and I actually already ordered a darker shade for when I self-tan because I really like this. And I noticed no breakouts from it. It's got great coverage. I'm actually wearing it on my skin today, and it's just beautiful. It really is beautiful. And the way that I applied this is I applied this with a brush and then just kind of pressed it into the skin, and then took a beauty blender and went over it just to kind of pick up any excess and just to give it more of an airbrush finish. I like it that way because it gives me a little bit more coverage, but if you don't need that much coverage, just use a beauty blender with it. I think it will be gorgeous. All right, so the last one I just want to talk about real quick is I just want to go over my experience with it because I've been talking about this one so much for so long, and I've just kind of, I don't know, I think I've discovered something that I just want to tell you about. So this is a Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. This one, I have been raving about it nonstop. I've loved it. I love the way that it looks on my skin. It's like my perfect shade. I'm obsessed with it. But I was going through a really bad breakout for some time, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was getting like texture bumps, and I don't get texture bumps. Like, this has been a new thing with my skin right now, and I'm like, what is giving me these texture bumps? I couldn't figure it out. I simplified my skincare. I tried everything, and I was like, what is going on? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop using this foundation for a little bit, and I'm gonna go back to using Koja and Dough every day. Ever since I've been doing that, my skin has been clearing up. I don't think my skin likes this. Dang it. I'm so upset because this is actually a really good like foundation, and I love, like, the ingredients are actually really good in it too. It's got no fragrance, it's oil free, it's paraben free, it's got really good ingredients in it. So I'm like, why the heck was this breaking me out? I have a feeling it's the SPF in it. My skin does not like SPF. I don't know why. my skin does not like SPF. There's gotta be a reason for it. And if you know why my skin doesn't like SPF, just comment down below, because I'm dying to figure out what is so sensitive with SPF. Like, I know there's different types of SPFs, like chemical and physical, and like the one sunscreen that works really well for me is the SkinCeuticals one, which I've shared with you guys before. But in foundations, I hate it when they put SPF in foundations. I'm like, don't put an SPF in foundations. It's like, really, just let us put the SPF like first and then do the foundation. That's like one common thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed with all these foundations that are good for sensitive skin. They all don't have SPF in them. So I think I just have to really stay away from SPF in my foundation. So I just really wanted to talk about this because I know like some of you are gonna be like, why isn't the Lancome one in here? Like, I thought you loved that one. And this was just a recent discovery that I think it's been this giving me that texture bumps. Like, I was getting texture bumps like really bad right on my cheeks. Like, no idea what was going on. Like, it was just like weird. I've never gotten those before. I usually just get regular pimples, not like little bumps. So definitely think it's this guy. Really bummed about it. I think I would like still wear this if I had an event and if I was filming and not wearing it for very long, but I will not wear this every day. It's just the perfect shade for me. Makes me so sad. All right, so those are all the foundations that work for me for my sensitive skin. I hope that this video helped you guys. Also, if you have sensitive skin and there's other foundations that you love that I did not talk about in this video, comment them down below. I would love to try those ones out too. And I'm sure that everyone else would love to hear your input as well. So yeah, definitely comment those down below. I can't wait to read them. And again, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If it was, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there's any other type of video that you want to see for sensitive skin, like if there's primers for sensitive skin that you want to see, maybe moisturizers for sensitive skin. Let me know and I will do it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.